With us, we're still reviewing Punch. Let me take the state police. So a bill. Remember we talked about recently that there was a conversation with the president where governors had agreed on the issue of state policing. So a bill seeking the amendment of the 1999 Constitution to empower governors to appoint state commissioners of police passed second reading on the floor of the House of Representatives on Tuesday. In the alteration to the Constitution under the consideration, a commissioner of police appointed from among the serving policemen in the state will head the proposed state police in the long-awaited move to decentralize the Nigerian police. The country has been under assault by bandits, kidnappers, thuggery, nefarious characters that daily launch violence attacks on Nigerians, and many have decided that state policing might be one of the major solutions to this. Though the police authorities had initiated various security operations and also deployed more operatives, people believe that a bill for an act to alter the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria to establishment of state police-related matter is the way to go, and is moving now to the concurrent list. See how that goes, because we've had a few debates for and against, and all sides seem to have valuable points. Any point? Any?
Yeah. On a sad note, the zookeeper who was killed while trying to rescue a woman at the Obafemi Awolowo University in Ile-Ife. Now, the story had it that, well, they didn't state how the woman got into the lion's jaw, but the man who is the veterinarian technologist at the university, Mr. Olabode Olawuyi, was trying to rescue her, and in the process got eaten by the lion. But as at the time when they tried to rescue him and got him off the jaw of the lion and take him to the clinic, the college clinic, he was already dead on arrival. But the representative said they assumed that he thought showing up, the lion would have recognized him. But it seemed to have aggravated the lion that he was trying to rescue the woman from its jaw. And he attacked him instead. Very sad.
It is sad. Okay, moving on now to...
Oh, I'm taking a story, sorry. Okay. Naira, so economy. Concerning the economy, the vice president was representing the president at the inaugural Public Wealth Management Conference in Abuja on Tuesday. It involved the Ministry of Finance. They organized the event championing the Nigeria's economic prosperity, and the statement the vice president gave, representing the president, was that following the recent lowest of lows of the Naira, which sold for 1,850 Naira in the parallel market to $1, that the president is emphasizing on transparency, accountability as key principles to improve corporate governance within that sector. He also mentioned that they were going to be seeking raising $10 billion to improve the liquidity and liquidity in the foreign exchange market. So when they bring in this $10 billion, those that are siphoning and keeping it in their vaults should please let it circulate instead of you just waiting for the money and just
suck it in.
Because they'll drop that money, it will be a 2-day reaction, and the next thing, we are quick, our economy is quick in throwing money out. We're not letting the money circulate within our economy long enough as much as possible, and that's putting us in crisis.
Okay, Vanguard or the Tribune. Customs to distribute seized food items to Nigerians. NSA, CBN launched joint war against forex speculators. FG threatens to open border for cement importation to counter high costs. Forces hell-bent on undermining Nigeria, says Shatima. Bill to establish state police passes second reading. 151 houses flooded in Lagos rain. Block molders kick over federal government. Producers agreed price. Senate to probe 30 trillion naira ways and means under Buhari. Since May 29, Nigeria moving from one trouble to another, says Anglican bishop. Okay, which story?
Block molders.
Okay.
So the Sandcrate block, which is the popular block we use in Nigeria, the block molders have kicked against the current agreed price. The cement producers, they said that BOA had earlier agreed to slash the price to 3,500, and they're trying to create a rationale to back up why Nigeria, having what is the raw material for cement, which is limestone, is abundantly available in Nigeria, how are we justifying the cost of 9,000 naira? They said they agreed to bring the price of cement down to 7,000 to 8,000 for 50 kilogram, and they don't agree. The president of the block molders of Nigeria, Prince Adeshegun Banjoko, said that the price slash is unacceptable due to reasons that we just mentioned. Limestone is abundant. Why are we spending that much money on the price? That if we can bring it back to 3,500, it's a more reasonable thing. That if customs can, that we're exporting cement, we have enough limestone. We're not really importing anything that is serving as raw material for production of cement. So why are we paying so much money for it? I'm sure the cement producers will reply. And if we remember, when cement was 5,000 plus, a particular company said Nigerians can get cement for 3,500. So if they could have done it then, and some economic realities have happened, it shouldn't be this high at this point in time. I am hoping for a peace, a resolution, and innovation. We don't have to be permanently dependent on concrete blocks. That's the truth. We can find other alternative sources for building locally, but that's still what
everybody's looking inside now. Within
very important.
Building locally.
But the cement is within.
Yeah.
So why is it that high?
It's
You'll
just
say
about
diesel.
capitalism.
Yeah.
Or capital.
Taking advantage of the situation. Okay, let me take. Still on Tribune. Excuse me. There's no story, nobody has Tribune. Okay, now I think against the backdrop of the free fall of the Naira, the Office of the National Security Advisor, ONSA, and the CBN have initiated a joint effort in reviewed attempt to safeguard Nigeria's foreign exchange market and combat speculation. So what they've done right now, excuse me, according to this story, is that the new move will see co-opting all EFCC, Nigeria Customs Service, and the Nigeria Financial Intelligence Unit working together to tackle the menace and to stabilize the nation's forex. So there was a video that was trending yesterday where EFCC went to a market in Abuja, arresting all those forex vendors who are, some of them hoarding dollars. So the statement lamented that even though the CBN had put in place necessary initiatives, including the 7,000-man special task force by the EFCC, they've been sabotaged by speculators operating domestically and internationally. So part of this thing, we have policy, but we have internal and external saboteurs trying to cripple the economy.
High amount of money.
Yeah, and make money. Okay, another story in Tribune. Okay, let's move on now to Vanguard. Sean Pride reviews subsidy removal flotation of Naira, says NECA and all marketers to federal government. Edo 2024, APC, SWC divided over Idahosa and Okpebulu. Insecurity bill to establish state police scale second reading. LP crisis, state chairman denied plot to suspend Obi and back Abure. Akeredolu governors, ex-governors minister pay last respects. 10 billion naira fraud, EFCC detains ex-Kwara governor Abdul Fattah Ahmed. And economic hardship saboteurs working against us, says Shatima. Tinubu directs payments of State House electricity debt. Oh, who has that story? Please, update.
Remember we took the story yesterday, how everybody's owing Abuja electricity distribution company. So the president, when he heard it, was like, what? He said, immediately go and settle those outstanding bills. No. Anyway, the special advisor to the president on information and strategy, Bayo Onanuga, has explained that the president's directive followed a reconciliation of accounts between the State House management and also AEDC. And they also, said to clarify the initial claim of AEDC saying that they owed 923 million in debt. That is not that amount, actually. It's actually 342 million. Even if it's I'm telling you. But whatever it is, please go and pay it. So they have said, and you know how Nigerians are. So they are going to pay it, and they are now calling out all other MDAs. Please make sure you go and pay yours as well.
Again, let me take the story about EFCC investigating the former Kwara State governor. It's been 48 hours since the EFCC started the interrogation process. They said that he arrived at the EFCC office in Ilorin, 9 a.m. on Monday. And at the time this print was going into press, he was still within custody undergoing interrogation. They said they're grilling him over 10 billion naira project executed during his tenure as a governor. And the ex-governor who he reported by himself. It wasn't like he was invited and he reported. Somebody said that what I can tell you is that the ex-governor is still with the EFCC, and the efforts to speak with the chief press secretary of the EFCC as well as the former governor has proved abortive, but we're waiting to hear what the feedback would be. This media trial isn't interesting. You don't smear someone's name until you have proper evidence. So if you want to call people for investigation, let it be done privately within, like, nobody should know about it. And then when you already have all the concrete evidence, by the time you are mentioning the name of the ex-governor, we know that there's a conviction in the weight, you know, not just...
Okay. Any other story?
So I like this particular one.
Yeah,
I think it's on the Vanguard and the Tribune as well,
yes, go ahead.
which is about the customs decision to distribute seized foods.
Yeah.
You know?
Interesting.
Very interesting, with the wake of hunger where they land. So the Nigerian Customs Service has announced its intention to distribute seized rice and other food items. And so the first thing that will come to mind is, hope it will be fit for consumption, one, and two, how would that be done? So they said they would ensure, you know, with the wake of hunger, they would ensure that it is done. There'll be a lot of transparency, and the foods will definitely be certified fit for consumption. But the process or the modalities for disposal will be communicated through the NCS formulations nationwide. But they are assuring us of transparency, fairness, and
for connection. I shouldn't start calling my people.
I don't think they should use the religious bodies, because those guys have been distributing food for years. The mosques and the churches, they've been distributing stuff, and they are well organized. Because if you put it for these government people, they just get rowdy and very messy. If we hand it over to those religious organizations, many of them can partner with government to actually help, just give them a certain group, and they will send it to their members. People will get it.
Religious bodies, NGOs, those that are already, everybody that is already distributing food.
They have this channel already.
Everybody already
distributing system in place.
Because we don't want a situation where at the end of the day, it ends up back in people's stores.
God bless you.
Shops.
And sold.
And sold, exactly.
Yes, so those are people that are reliable to do that. Let's go on a short break now. We'll come back and we'll bring in our sponsored segment. Stay with us, we'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.